Today our recipe is a very easy lemon brownie slice, all made in one bowl, cooked in the oven and very delicious. Our first ingredient is 250 grams of melted butter, which I'm just going to pop in the microwave and melt, which won't take very long. So we're popping this in the microwave and just melting it. You don't want it too hot, simply melted, so I'm going to try a minute and a half on high. That will be fine. Almost melted. We don't want it too hot or we're going to cook the eggs. So we have our melted butter, and to that we're going to add 2 cups of castor sugar, which we need to stir through thoroughly. And I've got my trusty old spoon that's got a few scorch marks on it. It's not easy to buy the perfect wooden spoon anymore. We're now going to add 4 eggs, which I have at room temperature. Always have your ingredients at room temperature when you're baking. And stir each through separately. Tough yolk, that one. This is really nice and simple, and the children could do this as well. Tough egg. These are farm eggs from a friend, so they're rather large. They're always a little bit nicer to have farm fresh eggs, but you can't always get them, so use what you've got. All we need to do now is add our dry ingredients, and we have 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour, and we're going to add to that a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And you could sift this if you were very diligent, but I'm naughty, so I don't have it. And we also have a cup of coconut. So that's all mixed through. So this is a very simple recipe made in one bowl, so not lots of washing up. So our final ingredient is some lovely lemon rind. So we need about, a good teaspoon, so I'm just going to pop as much as I feel is necessary in here. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And that gives it the lovely lemon flavour. Try not to get too many pips in there, of course, which I've just done. I think that will be enough. So we'll just get out the odd lemon pip. Stir that through, and then we can pop it into our tin. We have a slice tin that's been lined with baking paper, and we're going to pop the mixture into that. I've preheated the oven to 170 degrees Celsius, and we're popping that into the oven for, well, we'll test it after half an hour and see how we're going. Move that out to the corners. So when you have your grandchildren around, you always leave a little bit in the bottom for them to lick the bowl.
Yeah, I'll have a bit.
You can have a bit. Just take a bit off your finger. Does it taste okay?
Delicious.
Okay, we're going to pop this in our oven. So we're popping this into a preheated 170 degrees Celsius oven. It's going to take approximately 30 to 45 minutes. In which time we'll test it with a skewer and see how we go. We've had this in the oven for 40 minutes now, so I'm going to do the good old skewer test and see how we're going. Perfect. So here we have our lovely slice. I've gone and picked up my grandmother's knife, I guess you could say. Very handy because it has a lovely blade for mixing your icing, spreading your bread and butter, all sorts of things. Couldn't do without this one. So we're going to cut this into little squares. Pop them on a lovely dish, sprinkle with them some icing sugar, and they'll be ready to enjoy. So if you are really technical, you could measure this all out nicely with a ruler, but I prefer the rustic look. So we're just going to sprinkle some icing sugar, and which is your preference, you don't have to, but just do it before you're going to serve. Once again, I prefer to keep this in the fridge. Because it's a brownie, it's a very moist slice, so it's better kept in the refrigerator. Let's see how we go. Oh, look at that. Yum. I'm sure the cameramen are going to enjoy this. So there we have our lovely lemon slice. If you're looking for a quick and easy dessert, make your slices a little bit bigger, gently warm them up and serve them with cream and ice cream. Very yummy.